It's time again to welcome the Q&A and everything warm and nice. I've got a Q&A list here from questions that I got online because I am too lazy to just start this whole thing up again. I know that there's Q&A questions probably all the way back here from like the 4 billion other times that I tried to restart it, but I figured like, you know what guys, this is a fresh new start. It's been a year. Just cram some questions down into the comment section below and we can get this thing cracking. But until then, you can listen to me talk about the most important questions in life. Or rather, the questions that I just found off of Google search while typing in good Q&A questions because I was feeling incredibly creative today. Alright, the first one here on this list, see it is actually a list, is what 3 things would you take with you to a desert island? That's a very good question, and I am going to come up with the answer right now. You see, there's no electricity on an island, so I would have no use for any sort of cell phones or anything, because you can't charge that. You can't take any electronic devices with you. You can't charge that. So that kind of sucks. You can take books, but books have a very limited value, I think. Like, if I could say, okay, for that one thing, I could take an entire box full of books. I would go along with that, like my entire book collection. Because, you know, that's got to last you a while, and there's rereadability there. And there's so many books in my house that I haven't even gotten around to reading yet. It's like a library, a treasure trove of treats just waiting to be unwrapped, and I have yet to get around to it. And what better time to do that than on a desert island? So I bring a box of books along with me. I will count that as one thing that I could bring along. Shit, and what about the rest of it? Clothes. Clearly, I would bring my clothes to a desert island because it's very, very important. I'm not sure whether a shirt would count as a singular thing or pants would count as a singular thing. So I'm just going to bring all my clothes and an unlimited supply of shampoo and all that other stuff because I'm getting sick of this question. All right, what did you want to be when you were younger? This is a good one. I actually wanted to be a zookeeper, believe it or not. And I keep on thinking of that horrible movie that came out recently, The Zookeeper, with Kevin James and like his little talking CGI animals, but not that kind of thing. The thing that triggered this is one time we went to the San Diego Zoo, and the zookeepers, or whatever you would really call them, I'm not sure if you would directly call them a zookeeper, was putting meat into the lion exhibit. And I thought this was the coolest thing ever at like age 5 or 6. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to give the lion something to chew on. And that was what caused the whole fascination in the first place. Later on, I realized that I would rather be an actor. But really, I think that just stemmed with my fascination for movies more like Jurassic Park. You see, when I watched Jurassic Park, I thought, oh my god, these people they get to be around dinosaurs all the time. I want to be around dinosaurs all the time. And then I really started to, like, you know, you look into it, you grow up. I had a lot of fun with the times that I did get acting training, the classes that I took and everything. But then I realized, I don't know, I just don't think it's for me. I don't have very much range. I can kind of play myself, but beyond that, it kind of becomes ridiculous. If I'm playing a character that's not, where I can't insert myself into it too much, it's not, it just doesn't work, I don't think. So I ended up becoming kind of insecure and leaving that one behind. And now I'm looking more towards a writer-ish kind of thing. I'm still exploring. I'm gonna get my business degree. That way I can, like, you know, get a job and everything. But on the side, I'm gonna write some beautiful, beautiful prose. All right, it's been said that after they pass away, the most important people in our lives live within us. Is there anyone from your past that lives within you? Yes, I have to say my grandmother, after she passed away, I began to realize just how much of an impact that she had on me. This is something that I guess is kind of personal, but when I dream, I actually, oftentimes she will be there and we'll be talking about something as if she hasn't been gone. And then I wake up and I realize, oh, she's actually dead. She's been dead for quite some time. And then it'll settle back in. And I'll think about it and I'll realize, wow, you know what? This must have hit even deeper than how I felt it. Because my subconscious understands how important she is. and I don't always understand how important she was when I'm awake, as odd as that sounds, until my subconscious kicks in and it's like, hey, remember this person? And you go, oh yeah, I remember that person. It's kind of like when I have dreams about my acting lessons I used to take and the people that were there, and I'd always have this nightmare about the fact that I hadn't studied hard enough for my lines, and so I had no idea what to do. And that's actually a recurring dream that happened for like 5 years after the fact. They had just recently gone away. So dreams are they're really funny things. What is your earliest memory? My earliest memory, and believe me on this, I don't even believe myself when I think about it, is being maybe 1 or 2 and being fed baby food. I remember this. I think this is the earliest memory that I can trace back. I don't know why it stayed with me, but I remember my mom actually taking the spoon and feeding me. And I think it's just, for me, it's bizarre to even think about it. The fact that this image, I can see it crystal clear. I think it was Gerber's or something. And I just see the spoon go down. I see it come towards my mouth and opening, and it's really, really weird. And that's the earliest memory that I've had. And I think it's kind of suiting that it's something so inconsequential about baby food. But that's what it is, and it ain't something else. Are there any words of wisdom you'd like to pass along to me? In the infamous words of Joe Dirt, life is like a garden, dig it. Send me questions, and that will be all.